um, Good morning. It's nice to have you here. Welcome to my 14-day subtle meditation boost. Today is day 8, actually. So we've been talking a lot about mantra. I'm a yoga teacher, and I wanted to know about yoga based meditation, not just Buddhist meditation, like what comes from the yoga tradition. And as I started to study more and more and explore the yoga tradition, what I discovered was that mantra is the central practice of yogic meditation. And I find it really interesting to then go and look at neurobiology, to look at neuroscience, and to understand and to sort of see what the yogis were talking about, to understand how the yogis really preceded the information that would become available through neuroscientific research. Um, so one of the things that one of my favorite neuroscientists, Dan Siegel, talks about is there's 4 ways that the brain changes. And if you're on Facebook, I have a little acronym for that, and I call it FRAN. Your FRAN. So FRAN is, it changes through, first of all, through focus, through R is repetition, through E, through emotional arousal, and N is novelty. And then, so if these are 4 ways that the brain changes, what does this have to do with mantra, right? Okay, first of all, novelty and repetition sometimes can be at odds with each other. So with mantra, what I learned with mantra was get a mantra, stick to it, see how it works for you. Don't keep switching around your mantra. It's very easy in our culture to go shopping at the salad bar of mantras, or at the salad bar of any kind of practices. And then you're like, I'll have a little of this and I'll have a little of that. And then you end up with indigestion because you have too many different things going on, right? So the idea with mantra is pick one. And as I was talking about yesterday, it should have some kind of sense of specialness to it or sacredness to it. That's really important. Should have an important meaning to it, and should be repetitive. So there it is. The yogis kind of understood some of these ideas about the way the brain changes. And one of the common things you hear about mantra is as you think, so you become, right? So if your mantra is constantly, I'm a bad person, I'm a bad person, I'm a bad person, that's what you become, because you are using that cognition sort of to deepen the repetitive tapes in your mind and to actually embody that idea. So the opposite is also true. The other thing that's important to understand about the brain is it's like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive experiences. So I'm a bad person, I'm a bad person, I'm a bad person. Very easy to go into that kind of repetition, right? Whereas going into, I'm working on myself, or I'm getting better, or whatever it is, that's a harder thing to do. And I would say the same thing is true with mantra, right? Mantra can be challenging. It can be challenging to sit down with such a positive intention that's so vast and so expansive, and to actually believe that that's possible for yourself. Tomorrow I'll talk a little bit about what that belief can result in, and sort of the beauty of that. So I want to sort of go there further, but I want to give it to you in chunks and not too much at a time. But it's a really beautiful concept, is what is possible when you believe the reality or the underlying message of your mantra. Okay, so for today, we're going to come to a comfortable seat, and pretty much the rest of these next, 6 days, seven days, including today, let's stick to the same mantra. So if you haven't chosen one, I feel like I've been talking about it enough that you might have gotten to the place where you've chosen a mantra, but if you haven't chosen one yet, then go ahead. This is your opportunity, and it may be something like shanti, right? Like peace, or it might be something like a word like shalom might be a good word for you. It should have some deep feeling and meaning to it. It's okay if it's English too. there's I can talk about that more, but it's okay. So the word should have some meaning for you and should be short and something you can get into a rhythm with. And the rhythm is the rhythm of your breath, right? So start to notice your inhale and notice your exhale and feel your breath as it's coming in and feel your breath as it's leaving. And begin to hear the sound of your mantra in your breath, like the way sometimes you can hear the sound of a word in a bird song. It's kind of like that idea. There's a sound of there's a sound, there's a word, there's a meaning, something special as it comes in, and that sound, word, meaning, specialness as it leaves. And hear the sound of the mantra, not only in your breath, but in your whole body, as if your whole body is resonating with that vibration. And not only in your breath and your body, but also as if the sound is coming from all around you. That all the air particles around you, all of the all of the space around you, the people around you even are vibrating with that sound, that very positive sound of your mantra. Feel free to have soft or closed eyes as you do this. And notice as your mind starts to wander away from the sound and the meaning, that your job is to kind of gently guide your attention back. Right? The attention wanders, the mind guides it back. So when you finish the breath that you're on, you're welcome to finish your meditation for today, or maybe you'd like to keep going after the video ends. And my recommendation is to come back and try this again at some point today. And then if you have comments or questions, please leave them either on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will get to them. And tomorrow we're going to talk about this special result, neurobiologically as well as mental, emotionally, the special result of working with mantra for a long time. Okay, thanks for being here. Namaste.